Is the modern gold rush dying? We're talking about the crazy run to market, sell, and resell non-fungible tokens, aka NFTs, with some super ridiculous price tags. As the craze gripped the crypto market and investors were high on triple-digit gains, NFTs got hotter than the sun. But naturally, some were bound to get burned. Here's some of the tokens that have picked up the pace with a massive hype around them, but ended up failing quite badly. Don't ape out on NFTs. Many are bound to fail. Skeptics sometimes link NFTs to the mid-1600s Dutch tulips, one of history's most disastrous market collapses. During the tulip mania, speculation drove plant prices to ridiculous levels, with the rarest varieties demanding a typical person's annual wage. The frenzy was founded on the greater fool's theory, which states that buyers buy assets with the express intention of reselling them at a profit later. This can only continue as long as there are future purchasers willing to pay the higher price for the item. This is when things become tricky. Simple supply and demand laws show that when there is an imbalance, prices of anything can't be sustained. When there's too much demand for too little supply, prices tend to skyrocket as the assets are thought to be much more scarce. On the flip side, too much supply for too little demand dilutes asset value since there are too many on the market for all current purchasers to possess. Prices are likely to fall the moment NFTs cross that limit and the thousands of new projects that appear to sprout up every week exceed demand. That's exactly what's going on in the market these days, and this is why many NFTs that were predicted to be incredibly successful are falling flat. Imaginary One's disappointing auction. Take Imaginary Ones for example. It has one of the biggest followings of any NFT project at over 500,000 followers on Twitter, and it appeared to be one of the most promising endeavors during its launch. But despite having such a massive following, the project hasn't been able to deliver as expected following the launch recently. So why is a project like Imaginary Ones, with super creative artwork and so much social media traction, only trading for around 1 Ethereum on the secondhand marketplace? For starters, we feel they're lacking in their roadmap. If you scan their website, you'll find that their roadmap is just vague and kind of generic like a lot of other projects. Nothing stands out. There's a real-life section on the website where they claim they'll be introducing some apparel, toys, and even physical events, but we feel this is pretty much the same thing that every other NFT project is doing. There's nothing unique about it. Now, if you're not someone who often looks for the roadmap on NFT projects, you may not notice this, but to our ears, it sounds like they're just making tall claims and not naming who they're actually going to be collaborating with. There's a possibility that they could be secretive about it, but if you really want people to invest their hard-earned dough into a project, you need to give them more bait than just that. Imaginary Ones doesn't bother informing potential investors about what Web3 developments are in the pipeline, who other NFT projects is the project planning on partnering with, and how all of those elements are going to benefit the investor and your own brand. These factors have played a huge role in the investor not trusting the project. Another factor is the experience of the team. One of the biggest predictors of success is if the creator has previously built a community of sorts and a successful NFT space. Having influencers or celebrities by your side will not necessarily guarantee success, but prior experience will. That's just our take from the whole unfortunate decline of the project's NFTs that seemed so promising. Up like a rocket, down like a stick. Imaginary Ones isn't the only one to churn out disappointing tokens. Twitter's been an even bigger shocker. This is where it actually began. Twitter co-founder's first tweet lit the crypto world on fire. Jack Dorsey made news last March when he issued an NFT linked to his first ever tweet, which included the iconic words, "Just setting up my Twitter," that was sold for a whopping $2.9 million to blockchain pioneer Sina Estavi. The Dorsey first tweet auction on the platform, Valuables, was among the high-profile NFT sales that sparked public interest. A gold rush mentality took shape, with creators of different online memes attempting to sell off their own NFTs. This kickstarted a trend among a new breed of collectors who were now interested in purchasing bits of online history, or rather buying blockchain-based certificates pointing to them. According to many, they were a decent investment, and people were seen quickly jumping on the NFT hype train. Well, until recently. Estavi decided to try his luck at flipping the Jack Dorsey NFT in an auction on OpenSea, nearly a year after the initial transaction, with the initial asking price of $48 million. But the auction fell flat with only 7 bids, the highest of which was 0.09 Ethereum, or around $277. Embarrassing. Following this disappointment, Estavi told Reuters that he will continue to hold the NFT for the time being, saying, "It matters to me who wants to buy it. I will not sell this NFT to anyone since I do not believe that everyone deserves it. Looks like the grapes are very sour." Another Liverpool flop. Other than tweets, football clubs too have jumped on the NFT bandwagon. Liverpool's recent controversial venture into the world of cryptocurrency has resulted in the club selling less than 10,000 of a projected 171,000 non-fungible tokens. The NFTs, which are digital artworks of celebrities like Mohamed Salah and manager Jurgen and Klopp were auctioned off at Sotheby's for $75 apiece, for a total of $12.8 million. Pretty big, right? Nah. The headline number of just 9,721 sales shows that the club has failed to attract anywhere near the investment it had hoped for, with less than 6% of the available NFTs sold. But Liverpool can still boast of income from the sale of their NFTs, hitting £1.125 million, with £281,374 going to the LFC Foundation's charity. Sales of the digital asset began in April, with an algorithm capable of producing up to 171,072 artworks. But Liverpool insists this was never the sale projection, and the unsold versions were never produced. Sounds like an excuse to us, but okay. Ellen's failed NFT auction. Another much-hyped NFT sale was of the popular talk show host Ellen DeGeneres that ended up failing quite badly, with the comedian selling only 5 of 10 available gold editions of her Woman with Stick Cat non-fungible token for $2,500 on the Bitsky platform. Another 64 individuals paid $100 apiece for the same NFT's Open Silver Edition, the drawing that appeared to have been done quickly in an attempt to mock the assumption that any old celebrity-endorsed junk will sell as a $1 million NFT. But that wasn't really the case. Ellen's platinum video monologue about NFTs earned the highest price with $14,555, despite being advertised on her national talk show and to her 79 million Twitter followers. The auction only collected a disappointing $33,455 for the World Central Kitchen Food Aid charity. While there was some outcry in the crypto community over the sale, any mainstream publicity for NFTs is good publicity, right? Pokemon NFT horror. This was far worse than that stick cat figure, you guys. Fans of super hyped Pixelmon, a Pokemon clone aimed to start a new metaverse of catchable fighting characters, found themselves in flames. Tragedy hit Pixelmon after months of social media traction as a next-generation version of Pikachu and friends. When it went online in early February, the buzz earned creators a whopping $70 million in mints, making it one of the most successful launches ever for an NFT collection. At the time, investors were relying only on the concept. Data about the real Pixelmon characters had yet to be released. And when the official artwork finally came out, the project's popularity was destroyed. The illustrations were outrageously and hilariously ugly, attracting universal ridicule. Pixelmon's characters were deformed, malformed, and pixelated into oblivion throughout their hatching process. Some were turned around, many were half hidden in low-resolution grass fields, many weren't even visible. Sounds like a rug pull to us. Pixelmon quickly became a laughingstock on Twitter and a meme fodder. But the math was less amusing. The value of Pixelmon NFTs, for which investors paid an average of 3 Ethereum, which is roughly $9,000, plunged by over 90%. The reveal was notably surprising for a project with a $70 million backing, and the backlash was so powerful that Pixelmon has already made a public apology. Interestingly, unlike other NFT horror stories, this one does not appear to finish with developers fleeing with the money just yet. While Pixelmon's creators could just peace out, as several have done in the past, they have instead committed to salvaging the faltering metaverse, which aims to be an RPG game. Let's see how much the creators were able to save this sinking ship that has already lost the faith of many investors. What other NFTs did you have high hopes for but ended up flopping badly? Comment below and let us know. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more. See you in the next one.